Hi, I'm Matthew Malcolm with California Fresh Fruit Magazine, and today I attended the Central California Citrus Growers Seminar in Exeter. Here, several speakers address growers on current industry issues. Laura Brown from the California Citrus Mutual discussed the changing laws and regulations dealing with farm labor.
For all hourly employees. And they're talking about 1 hour paid sick time per 30 hours worked. At this point, there's a bill that's going through Assembly right now, and so as it reads now, it would be every hourly worker would be eligible for paid sick time for 1 hour of paid sick time per 30 hours worked. And this is going to make a huge change in how agriculture manages their employees. And this is going to require a lot of tracking, and those of us, especially in citrus, that are working on piece rate are going to have a number of challenges on tracking exactly when employees came onto the farming operation and when they leave, because all of that time now is subject to go in towards their sick time. Another subject that I wanted folks to be aware of were upcoming changes that we have with the new heat illness prevention regulations. There have been a lot of meetings with Cal OSHA and Sacramento, and they want to impose stricter regulations, and there's even an ag-specific rule. And as of this point, we are able to give comment on what they have released, but we suspect that the negotiations will be finished at the end of the year, and as of January 1st, there'll be new heat illness prevention regulations. And I think our hot issues as we're facing this are going to be the issue of shade. As it stands now, shade needs to be within walking distance at a certain time, 2.5 minutes, and now it will be narrowed down to an exact distance. And in this case, we're looking at 700 feet. And we also need to have shade erected by 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Previously, it was 85. And so that trigger temperature has lowered with these draft recommendations, and there's also potential for the entire crew to be sitting underneath the shade, which could be a logistical headache depending on the size of the crew. Also, water is going to have a definite distance from the crew. So right now they're looking at 400 feet. And this is going to be a big challenge in a lot of our farming operations, because all of the different rows in the groves are going to be different spacing, and how we wind up providing shade and water is going to be challenged. There is off-ramp language that if it just isn't possible, if there isn't a road over there where we can put shade or water or get a trailer over there, there are exceptions to this rule, and common sense is supposed to be put in play. We were able to confirm with Cal OSHA that, in fact, the shade from a citrus tree is ideal. They actually prefer it to the shade trailers or the pop-up tents. And so if you have a mature grove that provides a nice canopy for your employees to sit underneath, that shade, that is what they'd actually prefer. So in that case, citrus is actually in a very nice position. We're also looking at an ag-only rule. They have taken ag and created a mandatory 10-minute rest period when we reach the high heat temperatures. And it would be a 10-minute break every 2 hours. And the high heat trigger has also lowered. It used to be 95, now it's lowered to 85. And these are going to be challenges for our crew supervisors out in the fields, and making sure that all of the employees are taking the breaks when they should be taking the breaks, and also figuring out how to pay and properly compensate the employees for this time that they're using to properly recuperate and drink the water and take the rest that they need. So all of this is coming down the pipeline. It isn't secured as of yet. As of now, agriculture is coming together, and we're really working hard to fight, especially the issues on shade and the ag-only exemption.
Gain the full report of Laura's presentation in the October issue of California Fresh Fruit Magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.